Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we will go through some commands that we are using to make an availability search. And this is how actually we also book flights. So there are some different ways how to search for itineraries. There you have the availability search, the neutral search, and you have also the search for elapsed time. And I will show you a little the difference. When you want to make an neutral availability search, you would write the AN command followed by a date, so the day and the month, and the city pair. Let's say we want to look for Paris to New York City. Okay, so here you can see different results. Since it's the training version here, we have a lot of fake airlines like Amadeus Gds. That's not a real airline, of course. And we have here Air France, for example. If you would look for the elapsed time, you use the same command and you use the same city pair, you will see that the difference is that you get the shortest first. I usually use the neutral one. Okay, let's see. Let's say we want to have the Air France flight. You will see that the flight number is 002 and you get all the available classes here. And what the AN search, the availability search, does is that it shows you all the available booking classes. And if you would, for example, take the scheduled one, you would use the SN command and you would see all the classes, even these who are not available. Now, in this case, there is nothing that is sold out, but you can see here in this, for example, that this is a 0. And you can also see in other airlines that there is an S. And this means that they are not available anymore. But the AN search would give you the available classes and also those who are waitlisted. You can see this here by the L. So these are waitlisted and they may open up again. Okay, let's go through the display itself. We focus on the Air France flight. You see here that this is Air France that operates the flight. If you hold over the flight number, you would see some additional information like which aircraft is used and also the time. And this you can also see it in the display. You can also see comments here like who was the aircraft owner and so on. And that can also be different if there is, for example, a code share or if the flight itself is operated by another airline, although it's still under the the Air France flight number. What else can we see? You can see the different booking classes, and when there is a 9, that means that there are at least 9 seats left in that booking class. These are sorted by the highest class, so these are business class here, and it goes continues to the premium economy and the economy. And here is the departure time, and here is the arrival time, and this is the local time in New York City. And you can see that the flight is going from Charles de Gaulle in Paris, from Terminal 2E to JFK International. And this 0 here means that there is no stop. This means that the airplane is not making any technical stops or anything like that. Because sometimes on longer flights, for example, if you would fly from London to Sydney, it would show you that it's like a direct flight, but not a non-stop flight. You would have a 1 here because it makes a technical stop in Singapore, I guess. If you scroll down a little, now there are no flights that are actually with a transfer here. But if there were flights with a transfer, you would also see that there is a stop. There's a 1 or 2, depending on how many transfers there are. And this is the equipment that is used. Here you can see it is Boeing 777-300. And the total flight time, which is 8 hours and 10 minutes. Okay, if we now want to pick a flight here, or we want to pick a seat, we would take either, we would go down with the mouse to the seat that we want to take, or we can also click here and it choose the option. This is for taking 1 seat, 2, 3 seats, and so on. We can, of course, also write the comment by ourselves. Cell seat, J class, line 4. And then we would have picked this place here. However, if you do this kind of basic availability search, you will get a lot of options. You can also filter it a little. Let's say, for example, you want only to check for flights that go on, now we can take another city, we can take London, only after 3 p.m. Sorry, I forgot the month. Only after 3 p.m. So you would get those who are around that time. Right, so a little earlier also, but mostly around the afternoon time. If you want to filter it that way that you want to only see specific airlines, for example here Paris, London, it would be applicable to choose Air France, and then you see only Air France flight. Okay, so you can filter it like this as well. You can also choose all the airlines but no codeshare flights, because on some reason like routes or on most of them you would also get the code shares, and it can be a little confusing because you would not book maybe the code share flight, but you want to see which airline operates and which airlines issue the ticket. So let's say we take the New York City again, and we want to see we don't want to see any codeshare flights. We would write /A plus YY. And now we don't get any codeshare in the whole search here, in the whole results. What you also can do is we can exclude airlines. For example, we don't want to see British, let's say we go to London again, and we don't want to see any British Airways. When we write A minus BA for British Airways. So then we get everything but British Airways. And if you only want to see British Airways, you write ABA. Okay, and if you want to see only British Airways but no codeshare flights, you would write A plus BA. Now there is no difference in the results, but if there were more codeshare flights, you would get a different result. You can also only see the exact flight number if you know the flight number. So in this case, you would write, if let's say you want to see only the morning flights, so you can actually do it like this, that you write ABA 305 and BA 307, and it would give you only these 2 flights here. But that requires, of course, that you know the flight number, of course. If you want to show longer routes and you want to have a transfer in a certain city, let's say we want to go from Paris to Sydney and you want to transfer in Singapore, yeah, then you would write it like this and you get all the results that are transferred in Singapore. You can also specify the time of the transfer. Let's say, for example, you want a transfer from at least 90 minutes. You can write the 90, and then you get flights that have a transfer time longer than 90 minutes. It's also very good to use these kind of additional commands or additional filters to narrow down your search results, so you don't get a lot of results that you must scroll through, because sometimes you know exactly what to book or what you are looking for. Another way how to filter results is if you look for the cabin class. So let's say you want an availability search from Paris to Berlin and you want only the economy cabin. Then you would write KM. The K stands for cabin and the M is for the economy cabin. So here you get only economy, okay? And if you want to see premium economy and economy, you would write the Y, KY. So, and if you would want to see only premium economy, you would write W. So the letter for the premium economy class is W. No, that was too much for my Amadeus. I don't know. Let me see what's happening. Okay, there's nothing available. Let's take another route. We can take to New York City again. So, and here you would see all the flights that have, this is the premium economy class. And last not least, also you can see also the business class. Then you would write J, KJ. Sorry, that was wrong. KC, of course, not J. So KC, C is the letter for the business cabin. And here you would see the available seats in the business class cabin. Some airlines also have a first class. Preferably in the US, they have first class. That's a little different product than the first class that we are seeing in Europe. But let's say Lufthansa has a first class on long-haul flights. And let's see what they offer here. And the letter for the first class is F. This is pretty easy to remember, F like in first class. So here you see the Lufthansa that they operate actually first class. Now they're showing many more classes, but F would be the first class. No, I made it wrong here. Did you notice the mistake? I wrote an A. That was of course wrong. Not with the airline KF. We mean of course the cabin class of first class. And you see here that they have two letters for the first class, is F and A. That's Lufthansa. If you have more domestic flights in the US, you would see that they also have first class products, but they are not really the same like in Europe. Let's say you have a flight from JFK to Chicago, first class, and you see they have American Airlines has this product here. Another one, let's say you want to go to Los Angeles, first class, and you see many airlines here. And this is actually a lot of code share flights here. So how did we do it again to filter out code share flights? We could write A plus YY. And then we get American Airlines here. Who flies first class? What else can we use? We can also filter like the booking class only. Okay, let's say we want to see only booking class T, for example. Let's take, for example, from Stockholm to Oslo with Scandinavians in the booking class T. Then you would get displayed only the booking class T. Also a useful command is that you only search for direct flights. Direct flights, FN, and you would get only direct flights. Now, on this specific route, there are basically almost only direct flights. But if you would take something a little more longer, let's say Paris to New York again, with Air France in economy class and only direct flights, then you would get these results here. And if you would remove the direct flights again, you would probably get also connection flights. Yeah, like you see here. These are connection flights. Here's connection Dublin and one in Boston and so on. So these you would not get if you filter them out. What else can we do? Yes, we can also see if, for example, we want to look for an availability in a premium economy class, but we are not sure if there is any premium economy class. So we could write KW, plus. So that tells Amadeus to search for premium economy, or if it's not available, what else is there? Okay. And what can we do more? Yeah, we can also search for airline alliances. And we know there's Star Alliance, there's One World, and there's SkyTeam. And if we want to do that, we write the AN command followed by the star, and then we use the letter for this for the airline alliance. So A for Star Alliance. And then we would continue with our command. Let's say we take 20th of June from Paris to New York City. Right? And then we would get only airlines that are in the Star Alliance. If we would go for One World, we get different airlines here, right? And let's see what the Sky team has to offer. Delta, of course. Okay, so just to make a little recap here, if we want to look for only business class cabin, we would write our command slash KC. KC, so business class cabin is the C, right? C. First class is the F. Premium economy is W, and economy is M. So these are the letters for the cabin classes, okay? This is very good to know. This can also come in handy later when you want to reissue tickets. This we will cover it later on in another video. And another time the alliances. You have Star Alliance, has the letter A. You have One World is the letter O, and you have Sky Team is the letter S. Okay. Let's go back to how we pick seats another time. We take here a, let's say we want to see with Air France, economy class. Okay, now it will make our search. No flights available. All right, they have no flights to New York on that day. Then we take another month. Okay. You see here, let's say we want to take the Y class here and the first flight. Okay. Then we would either, as I said, choose that one, or we can also navigate with the mouse to the flight that we want, or we can simply write the command cell seat, one seat in Y class on row 1. If we want to have in row 2, also AF004, we would write the 2 and so on. Okay, let's take that seat here. So then we can also go back. Let's say we want to go back on 13th. And now I will do it in a different way. Now I will take the second row and I will only click, and it writes the commands for us. Now we picked our flights here. Now, what can we do here? We can, for example, look at the details about our flight. Let's say we want to see the details on our outbound flight on the 20th of April. Then we will write do 1. And it gives us an info here, what is necessary to know. We would retrieve this again with RT. And yeah, that was basically what we can do here right now. And we will continue with creating PNRs and also price them and so on in other videos. But this was little information on availability search. I hope you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to my channel, and watch out and look out for more videos. Bye bye.